Caitlin Clark finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing in quite some time.
In a twist that sent shockwaves through the basketball world, Caitlin Clark has finally broken her silence. After a week filled with swirling rumors, heated debates, and endless speculation about her next move in the WNBA, fans were glued to their screens, waiting for answers. And Clark didn't disappoint. Taking to Instagram with a post that instantly caught fire, she unveiled her long-awaited plans for the upcoming season.
She just absolutely did it all and became a magnet for attention and an icon for sports fans, certainly little girls, certainly mine as well, playing her basketball and watching her play.
The basketball community held its collective breath. Silence echoed across Caitlin Clark's social media feed like a buzzer beater that never came. No posts, no interviews, no clues, just silence. And in that silence, the questions only grew, louder. After the Indiana Fever's controversial playoff elimination, a game that left fans debating for days, speculation ignited like wildfire. Would Clark return for another season? Was her historic rookie run just the beginning or the end of something incredible? Would she take her talents overseas, test free agency, or, what some fans nervously whispered, switch sports altogether? The longer she stayed quiet, the more intense the suspense became. Every day without an update was a new round of theories. Talk shows buzzed with debate. Social media threads exploded with predictions. Fans scoured every corner of the internet for signs, anything to break the silence. And then, just as anticipation reached a boiling point, Caitlin Clark made her move. On October 2nd, 2024, the wait was over. Her Instagram lit up with a single post, but its impact echoed across the entire league. A photo, a few words, and a wave of emotion. Year 1, check, she wrote. Thank you to the many people who have supported me as I've been able to live my childhood dream. I'm filled with gratitude as I reflect on this past year of my life. See you all in year 2. Just like that, she answered the question on everyone's mind. She's not going anywhere. But this wasn't just a status update. It was a signal, a reminder. Caitlin Clark wasn't just back, she was doubling down. And with that, a new chapter in WNBA history was officially in motion. So what exactly made Caitlin Clark's rookie season such a phenomenon? To say she broke. Records would be putting it mildly. She didn't just break them, she demolished them, erased them, rewrote them in bold. 62 records to be exact. That's not a statistic. That's a statement. A declaration that the game had changed, and her fingerprints were all over it. Let's talk numbers, because these stats weren't just impressive for a rookie, they were elite by any standard. Clark averaged 19.2 points per game, 8.4 assists, 5.7 rebounds, and 1.3 steals. Her 337 assists weren't just a personal best, they were a league record, the highest in a single season, showcasing her uncanny ability to see the court like a chessboard and move pieces others didn't even know were in play. But it didn't. Stop there. She recorded 2 triple-doubles in her debut year, something no rookie in league history had ever accomplished. Her 19-assist game set another benchmark and reminded everyone watching that she wasn't just a scorer, she was a floor general, a playmaker, and a spark that turned the Fever into contenders. Before her arrival, the Indiana Fever were adrift, talented, but searching for direction. Under Clark's leadership, they found their rhythm. The team finished the season with a 2020 record, marking their first 20-win season since 2015, and punched their ticket to the playoffs for the first time in a...
Make no mistake, Caitlin Clark is doing things beyond her years.
Her presence on the court wasn't just electric, it was transformative. Every time Caitlin Clark stepped onto the hardwood, something shifted. The energy in the arena buzzed with anticipation. She didn't just win games, she won hearts. Almost. Overnight, the Indiana Fever went from being a rebuilding franchise to the hottest ticket in town. Attendance soared as fans packed arenas just to witness her magic live. Clark jerseys became instant bestsellers, disappearing from store shelves as fast as they were stocked. Highlight reels flooded social media, and suddenly the Fever were no longer just a team. They were a movement. They were must-see TV, and it wasn't just the scoring. It was how she elevated everyone around her. Clark didn't need to dominate the ball to dominate the game. Her court vision turned teammates into threats. Her unselfish play stretched defenses to their breaking point, opening up lanes and creating opportunities that simply didn't exist before. Defenders were left chasing shadows, analysts were left speechless, and fans, they were left in awe. The accolades came in waves. In a landslide decision, Clark was unanimously named WNBA Rookie of the Year, a rare feat that confirmed what everyone already knew. She wasn't just great for a rookie, she was already one of the league's elite. Her All-Star selection came with the most fan votes in the league, a clear sign that she wasn't just respected, she was adored. Caitlin Clark wasn't easing into the league, she was setting it on fire. What made her rise even more astonishing was how effortlessly she handled the weight of expectation. The spotlight can be merciless, especially for someone hailed as the future of the league. But Clark didn't flinch. She welcomed the attention. She played with the calm of a seasoned vet and the fire of someone with everything to prove. Her clutch performances under pressure drew comparisons to the likes of Larry Bird, Pete Maravich, Steph Curry, even Michael Jordan. Not because of hype, but because of how consistently she delivered in the big moments. But beyond the stats, the wins and the records, Clark's rookie year did something even more impactful. It redefined what's possible for a first-year player in the WNBA. She didn't just raise the bar, she launched it into orbit. From this point forward, every incoming rookie will be measured against the standard she set, one so high it borders on unfair. And yet, that's the new reality she's created. As Clark's star rose, so did the target on her back. The spotlight that once celebrated her now cast long shadows. Fame had found her fast, and with it came scrutiny, pressure, and controversy. But even in those moments, she moved with grace.
One of the greatest years of basketball with work put in by anybody ever.
Questions surrounding player safety and the quality of officiating exploded in the aftermath. Fans flooded social media with slow-motion replays, analyzing every frame of the incident, debating whether the eye poke was accidental or something more. The controversy hit a fever pitch when USA Today columnist Christine Brennan suggested the possibility of intent, igniting a firestorm. Her comments drew swift backlash, with the WNBA Players Union stepping in, denouncing the narrative, and demanding accountability from the league.
What's our goal?
It's our goal to get to the playoffs.
Our goal is to be in the playoffs. Our goal is to just continue to be competing for a championship.
Here's something that might make you do a double take. Caitlin Clark was the recipient of 177% of all flagrant fouls called across the entire WNBA. Yes, you heard that right. Out of 144 professional athletes in the league, one player absorbed the majority of the most dangerous and excessive contact. Let that sink in. Now imagine how many more should have been called but weren't. Some analysts suggest that number could have easily doubled. Even more jaw-dropping? Nearly 80% of those flagrant fouls came at the hands of a single team, the Chicago Sky. The same team whose head coach was recently fired amid growing tension and controversy. Coincidence? Maybe, maybe not. But here's where it gets even more frustrating. When Clark takes heavy contact, no whistle. But when she slaps the rim padding in frustration after a missed call, instant technical foul. Meanwhile, footage shows Diana Taurasi doing the exact same thing. No tech, no warning, nothing. So the question has to be asked, why the double standard? Why does the whistle seem to vanish when it comes to protecting one of the league's brightest stars, yet appear instantly when she shows even a hint of emotion? The inconsistencies are too loud to ignore.
Caitlin Clark is way better, way sooner than anybody thought.
As Caitlin Clark's fame skyrocketed, so too did the shadow that often trails success, the wave of online hate and relentless criticism. Trolls flooded comment sections, dissecting her every move, every facial expression, every mistake. But what stood out wasn't the noise, it was her response to it. Clark didn't just weather adversity, she used it as fuel. With a calm beyond her years, she tuned out the chaos and turned up her performance. Her laser focus on the court never faltered, no matter how loud the distractions became off of it. That unshakable composure earned her The respect of not just her teammates, but of veterans across the league, many of whom had never seen a rookie handle this kind of pressure with such maturity. The controversy that surrounded Clark's rookie season peeled back the curtain on the complicated reality of modern sports stardom. Her historic rise brought unprecedented excitement to the WNBA, pulling in new fans and media attention, but it also exposed her to a level of scrutiny rarely seen, especially for a first-year player. Yet through every challenge, Clark's resilience became a beacon. The infamous eye poke incident and others like it sparked larger conversations about player safety, officiating standards, and the protections young stars truly deserve. While controversy raged in the headlines, something far more powerful was unfolding behind the scenes, something the WNBA had never experienced in its 27-year history. A transformation was underway, subtle at first, but growing into a cultural tidal wave. And at the epicenter, Caitlin Clark. So what exactly did she do that had die-hard basketball lifers and casual Sunday scrollers glued to their screens? The answer isn't found in just stats or highlights. It's something deeper, something bigger. It's what many are now calling the Caitlin Clark effect. Her impact extended far beyond the box score. She didn't just change games, she changed the conversation. Her presence alone sparked a seismic shift in how women's basketball is viewed, discussed, and valued. Television ratings shattered long-standing records. Ticket sales surged, merchandising exploded. Suddenly, WNBA games weren't just watched. They were anticipated, talked about, argued over at barbershops, tweeted about by celebrities, and replayed in living rooms across the country.
As everyone else is seeing this angle. Calling her in, and I'm saying to her, I need answers.
During Caitlin Clark's debut season, 21 nationally televised games featuring her drew over 1 million viewers each. That's not just a bump in ratings. It's a quantum leap for a league that has historically struggled to hit those numbers with consistency. For years, the WNBA had been fighting for mainstream attention. Then Clark arrived, and suddenly millions were tuning in. Not just once, but game after game. The Indiana Fever, a franchise that had quietly occupied the shadows of the league, transformed overnight. From an overlooked squad to must-see TV. And the one common denominator across all those high viewership games? You guessed it, Caitlin Elizabeth Clark. But it wasn't just about screens and streams. Her star power translated directly to physical spaces. Fever home games averaged over 17,000 fans per night, smashing the WNBA's all-time attendance record. Just a year earlier, Indiana ranked near the bottom of the league in turnout. Now, they were the hottest ticket in town, and it didn't stop there. Even away games couldn't contain the hype. Teams scrambled to relocate games to larger venues just to accommodate the demand whenever Clark came to town. Her presence didn't just lift a team, it elevated the entire league.
Went and kind of swatted at Caitlin. Did you intend to hit her in the eye? And if so, could you just, or if not, either way, could you talk about what happened on that play?
Caitlin Clark's influence extended far beyond the painted lines of the basketball court. She became a cultural force, a name recognized far outside the world of sports. On Instagram alone, her following exploded to over 2.9 million, a staggering number for any athlete, let alone a rookie in the WNBA. But this wasn't just about likes and follower counts. This was about reach, resonance, and relevance. She wasn't just playing basketball anymore. She was shifting culture. What made Clark truly exceptional, though, wasn't just her own brilliance. It was how she elevated everyone around her. Her style of play was equal parts art and strategy, lightning-quick passes, unselfish ball movement, and perfectly timed clutch shots. Her vision on the floor turned average plays into highlight reels, and her leadership helped the Fever set a franchise record for assists in a single season. Clark herself shattered multiple assist records, proving that her game wasn't just about scoring. It was about making others shine. Her impact drew comparisons to none other than Michael Jordan. Just as Jordan redefined the NBA in the 90s, building on the foundation laid by Bird and Magic, analysts pointed to Clark as the figure reshaping the future of the WNBA. The numbers weren't just impressive, they were historic. In her playoff debut, Clark attracted an average of 1.84 million viewers, the highest audience for a WNBA playoff game since the 2000 finals. Then came Game 2, 2.5 million viewers, breaking the record set just days earlier. With every game, every pass, every shot, Caitlin Clark was proving that the future of the WNBA had officially arrived, and it was brighter than anyone imagined.
Let me show you. Look at that. Bro, she just did the same exact movement as what Clark did, except Clark hit it lower. Diana did it straight on and loud.
Picks off the pass, and Diana Taurasi, they'll count the bucket. And Antoine coming up for DT.
Right in front of the rest, blatantly not even acting on it.
What's perhaps most astonishing about the Clark effect is that it didn't just elevate the Indiana Fever, it sent shockwaves through the entire WNBA. Her rookie season sparked a surge in fan engagement across the board. From New York to Phoenix, arenas buzzed with new energy. Merchandise sales climbed, social media numbers surged, and suddenly, women's basketball was commanding national headlines. It was as if Clark's presence had its own gravitational pull, drawing in not just sports fans, but casual viewers, young girls with hoop dreams, and even longtime skeptics. WNBA legend Tamika Catchings captured it perfectly, saying Clark had reignited the spirit of not just a team, but an entire city, and perhaps even a league. Catchings likened her arrival to the way Magic Johnson and Larry Bird revolutionized the NBA in the 80s, suggesting that Caitlin Clark's impact could be just as transformative for the future of women's basketball.
Yeah, I think just being competitive is who I am. It's what I've done my whole career. I think at times there's like ways I can probably channel it a little bit better, but that's just basketball at the end of the day. No, that's never gonna change. I'm never gonna lose that. I feel like I'm getting hammered. I don't know. I appreciate Christy getting a tech too. Like, I don't know.
As the dust settled on Caitlin Clark's electrifying, record-breaking rookie campaign, the basketball world was left buzzing with one burning question. Would this be the beginning of a one-hit wonder or the foundation of something legendary? For days, silence lingered. Rumors swirled, headlines speculated. Was she staying? Was she exploring other avenues? And then, like a lightning bolt across social media, Clark broke through the noise with a simple 7-word message. See you all in year 2. With that, she silenced the doubters and reignited a movement. Clark had spoken, and the ripple effect was instant. Her commitment to the Indiana Fever wasn't just news, it was a statement. One that echoed far beyond Indianapolis. Her rookie season wasn't just impressive, it was historic. She wasn't just a rising star. She became the gravitational force pulling the league into a new era. The Fever transformed from a rebuilding team into must-watch TV. And now, with a full year under her belt and momentum on her side, the anticipation for year 2 is reaching a fever pitch. The future isn't just bright, it's blinding. With Clark leading the charge, the WNBA is poised for a renaissance, and every arena she steps into becomes a stage. The question isn't if she can do it again, it's how far she'll take us this time.
And the Fever are going to be over 200,000 higher than the next highest total attendance in league history.
Clarkonomics, my friend.
What makes the future particularly bright for the Indiana Fever is the incredible core that now surrounds Caitlin Clark. While Clark's rookie season was nothing short of a revelation, it's the chemistry with her teammates that hints at a dynasty in the making. Aaliyah Boston, the 2023 Rookie of the Year, brings a dominant presence in the paint that pairs perfectly with Clark's sharp court vision and playmaking abilities. Together, they form a dynamic duo with the potential to dominate the WNBA for years to come. But that's not all. Add in the athleticism and rim-running prowess of all-star Kelsey Mitchell, whose sharp shooting ability keeps defenses on edge, and the all-around versatility of Lexi Hull, and you have a young, hungry roster that's only scratching the surface of its potential. Each player brings a unique skill set to the table, and when they mesh, the result is something special. Clark's style of play elevates everyone around her. Her court vision and precision passing open up opportunities for Boston to dominate inside, and they allow Mitchell to shine on the perimeter. Let's not forget Hull, who's now the most accurate three-point shooter in the entire league. Defenders can't afford to leave her open for a split second. As Caitlin Clark prepares for the 2025 season, there's a palpable sense of optimism in the air. With an entire offseason to hone her skills, undergo a full training camp, and continue developing that vital chemistry with her teammates, Clark is poised to take another massive leap forward. The question isn't whether she'll improve, it's how much further she can elevate her game. Caitlin Clark's journey from college prodigy to WNBA sensation has been one of the most exciting storylines in recent years. In just her first season, she shattered records, revived a struggling franchise, and captured the hearts of fans across the nation. As WNBA legend Nancy Lieberman put it, what Caitlin Clark has done for the game is generational. Her impact has gone beyond the Indiana Fever. She's brought unprecedented attention and excitement to the entire league. With viewership and attendance numbers through the roof, it's clear that Caitlin Clark is reshaping the future of women's sports. As she prepares for her sophomore season, the basketball world is holding its breath. Will she continue to break barriers and redefine what's possible in the WNBA? If her freshman year is any indication, we're witnessing history in the making, and the best part? It's only just begun. So, as we count down the days until Caitlin Clark takes the court again, make sure you're part of the excitement. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out on what's coming next. Click the video on the screen, and we'll see you in the next one.